Good evening and welcome to Mike Carter Field here in Tyler, Texas, as the Apaches and the LSU-Eunice Bengals will have a three-game series here in East Texas at probably one of the nicest amateur ballparks in the state. LSU-Eunice arrived here a little while ago, took batting practice. Both teams took BP on the field. We've had off and on little sprinkles here in the last 45 minutes or so, but currently we're high and dry and looking forward to some good baseball. This is Dr. John Groth. I'll be on the play-by-play for you all weekend. Single 9 tonight, 7-9 tomorrow, starting at 1. And so these two teams will square off in a three-game series that matches up national champions from last year, Division II and Division III. I had a chance to talk to the head coach, Jeff Willis. He's walking up to home plate right now, going to exchange lineups. Let's hear what Coach Willis had to say down in their dugout just a few minutes ago. All right, we're here with Jeff Willis, skipper of the LSU-Eunice Bengals, off to maybe as good a start as a club you've had. I don't know, talk about that.
Well, I think it's been exciting. You know, our kids, I tell you what, our kids are taking advantage of really the other team's miscues, and we've been able to, really take advantage and put up some big innings, and, most of our wins have come.
All right, we're here with Jeff Willis, skipper of the LSU-Eunice Bengals, off to maybe as good a start as a club you've had. I don't know, talk about that.
Well, I think it's been exciting. Our kids, I tell you what, our kids are taking advantage of really the other team's miscues, and we've been able to, really take advantage and put up some big innings, and, most of our wins have come when we've scored, more runs in that one inning than the opposing team scores the entire time. And the other thing our club has done a decent job of is getting out of jams. A team will load the bases, nobody out, and we're pitching our way out of that and giving up one instead of a crooked number, or their second and third with one out and maybe pitching out of that with zero. And our guys have been able to do that. We survived the injury bug when we had a bunch of it hit at one time. But that being said, I think I don't know how many times we've gone out and really beat somebody, and most of those wins have come when the opposing teams beat themselves. Right. And so, I think the record could be a little misleading in what it is right now. But we seem to have a group of kids that plays hard, and they have fun when they're playing. And when they play hard and they practice hard, and then they can relax and play loose, then you can do some of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Talk about the makeup of your club, sophomore, freshman-wise, and the guys that are in that lineup every day. Are you a young team? Are you a good mixed team? Where are you at?
Well, we lost a lot of guys off of last year's club. Our catcher from last year's at LSU, our shortstop at Central Florida, center fielder at Maryland, number one's at TCU, number two's at Auburn, number three's at Southern Miss, and then there's 4 bullpen guys last year that are Division I schools. And so we've got a really entire new group right now, and we got our third baseman's back that played last year. But other than that, we've got a new club, but it's a group of guys that actually played. Didn't play last year, but they were on the club. So they kind of saw things and they grew up through that a little bit last year.
All right, so let's talk about tonight's starter specifically. Who's going to get the ball for the first game of this three-game series?
Aaron Baldwin will get it. He's kind of been pitching on Friday nights for us throughout the year. He's a big, tall, lanky right-hander, a kid that most of the time he'll fill the zone up and just depends on if he has that second and third pitch, and his success will be determined by if he's able to command those second and third pitches.
Well, Jeff, I've always appreciated you guys teaming up with Doug. I know both of you have probably a little bit of challenge putting a schedule together, but, man, I just told Doug a minute ago this would be a very unique, maybe nowhere in America is this going to happen where two defending national champs are going to play each other, not just once, but 6 times. So I'm looking forward to calling these 3 here at Mike Carter, and appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to me here before this game.
Well, hey, I appreciate that, and John, hey, it's great to see you out here. I'm glad you're doing well, and you telling me you get to throw BP yesterday. I couldn't be more happy for you and your family.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks a lot.
That was Jeff Willis. Coach Wren and Coach Willis are going through the ground rules at home plate right now, and you could hear, I don't know if you noticed in that interview, but the rains came a little bit while I was interviewing Coach Willis out in front of the dugout. We had to move under inside the dugout. Underneath, you could hear the pitter-patter of the rain hitting the top of their dugout as we moved inside the dugout out of the rain. So I also got a chance to catch up with the Apaches head coach, Doug Wren. See what Coach Wren had to say a few minutes ago in their locker room. Okay, we got Coach Wren here in the locker room. Coach, guys are in the middle of a 12-game winning streak, but Little different scenario here in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. You're going to have a lot of games against some quality opponents, and it starts tonight with LSU-Eunice.
Yeah, it does. We've been fortunate enough to rattle off a few here in the last couple weeks, but yes, Eunice will be a little bit different opponent, and just over our track record with them, just continue to play them. We play them home and home six different times throughout the year, and so they're going to be a good team. They're going to be well coached. They're going to have some good athletes. They're going to run some good arms out there. So it'll be a good test for us to kind of see where we are mid-season.
All right, specifically, what are you going to be looking for tonight? Just generally, as you watch this game unfold in front of you, what are you looking for out of your guys against a quality opponent like LSU-Eunice?
Yeah, well, we hope that Johnny gets off to a good start. If he can kind of set the tone early for us on the mound, and then hopefully that our offense can be able to generate some momentum early, be able to get some barrel on a couple balls, and hopefully if we can get out to a little bit of a lead early, I think that'll help calm some nerves, help us settle in, and they're a lot better team when they're in the lead, and so
Yep.
I think if we can keep it close, we're going to have to make some plays down the stretch to win. So.
Well, it's going to be fun to call. I know that you got 3 here, you got 3 down there. Both teams, this is kind of a unique matchup. There's probably not anywhere in America that this is going to happen, where the national champs from 2 different divisions are meeting up in 6 games, much less 1 game. So it'll be fun to call. Any thoughts as you look towards, we're about an hour from game time. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, we're just, guys are motivated. This is a weekend they always look forward to, and so we're looking forward to a good series, and hopefully we can win this first one tonight, and then we'll take care of tomorrow. All
right, Doug, thanks for your time.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, we are just about ready to play baseball here at Mike Carter. It's rained off and on and off for the last hour or so. Nothing real heavy. Looking at the radar right now, and we are going to probably get some more before this one's over with. Of course, the turf will help that. But the big question is that mound. And so umpires will have to keep a close eye on the only part of this field that's clay, and that would be the pitcher's mound. As long as that pitcher can deliver the ball safely, I think we'll be fine. But I'm looking at radar. We might get some rain here in the next hour, and we'll just have to keep an eye on that as the night progresses. Let's go through the lineups for you. First for the LSU-E Bengals, 35-1 on the year. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They're 9-1 in their last 10, 4-1 in their last 5. They split a doubleheader last Sunday against Delgado. That's the only loss they've had all year long. They're led by 14th-year head coach Jeff Willis. Leading off in center will be Zach LaFleur. Left fielder Will Watson will bat second. Oren Vion will be the DH in the 3 spot. Nick Combs, third baseman, will bat in the cleanup spot. Turner Francis is playing first base and batting 5th. Michael Clavery is the shortstop. Hunter Fiducia is the catcher. Trennan Trosclair, right field. And Jansen Bork at second. On the mound for the Bengals, Aaron Baldwin, a sophomore from Lake Charles. That's your starting 10 for the Bengals. Defensively for the Apaches, in left field, Mason Mallard, center, Jared Pauly. Right field, Jace Campbell. Around the infield, Colton Whitehouse at third, Hunter Wells at short, Matt McCusick at second, Nathan Methvin back in the lineup tonight at first base. Behind the plate, Austin Ballou, and on the mound, the left-handed sophomore from Castroville, Texas, 5'10 and 210, Jonathan Groff. Groff 8-0 with a 0.94 ERA. This would be Jonathan's 10th start of the year. And we are underway with ball one right on time. 6 o'clock here at Mike Carter Field. And game time temperature is 67 degrees. Next pitch popped up, short center field. Paulie's drifting in. He'll have it for out number one. One up, one down here in the first. So 67 degrees, kind of cool here tonight with off and on sprinkles. As we get underway, Zach LaFleur pops up to center fielder Jared Pauly. Here's Will Watson, the left fielder. Groff throws strike one right in there. Next pitch, well field, over at Mallard's head. Watson's going to have a stand-up double, and the Bengals come out swinging here in the first. The ball was well hit. 2B7, and Watson is in scoring position with one out, and here's Oren Veon. Veon is the designated hitter for the Bengals, wearing their gold tops, white pants with the purple and gold striping down the side. Apache's wearing the black tops with the white pinstripe pants. The black stirrups on. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Got him to chase there. 0-1. So Veon steps in with a runner at second and one out here in the top of the first. Just getting started. Glad you're with us. Next pitch misses low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Groff checks the runner. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, fouled, out of play, over toward the right side, back headed over toward Trinity Mother Frances Rose Football Stadium to our right. We're on the East Texas Fairgrounds, just right next to the Tyler Rose Garden. RV Convention Center right behind us. Of course, Mike Carter Field, historic Mike Carter Field, built in 1938. Part of an old WPA project, has been renovated. And the renovation started in the early 90s and has continued in up till now. The turf was added last fall. Pickoff, and they got him. Bang, bang play at second. A timing play, and Groff picked off Watson for out number 2. Well, Watson just drifted off a little too far, and he got caught in a perfectly timed spin move by Jonathan Groff, and now there's 2 outs and nobody aboard. Got the Apache faithful fired up, swing and a miss, and there you go. First inning is a clean one for Groff. He gave up a double, but he picked him off. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 1. We're still scoreless. Apache hitters will get their first look at Aaron Baldwin. Back in a minute. All right, welcome back to Mike Carter. Let's go through the lineup real quick for you for the Apaches. Leading off will be second baseman Matt McCusick. Hunter Wells plays short and bats second. Mason Mallard bats third. Jordan Trahan will bat fourth. Nathan Methvin bats fifth. Jace Campbell bats sixth. Colton Whitehouse in the 7 position. Austin Ballou in the 8th spot. And Jared Pauley in the 9 position. First pitch by the big right-hander, Aaron Baldwin, is ball 1. Defensively for the Bengals from LSU-Eunice. Next pitch in there for strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Will Watson in left, Zach LaFleur in center, Trenton Trosclair in right. Around the infield, Nick Combs, Michael Clavery, Jansen Bork, and Turner Francis. Well hit into left. That'll be a base hit for Matt McCusick. 1B7. Good piece of hitting right there. Hit it over the shortstop, Michael Clavery's head. And the Apaches come right back. Try to get something going here in their half of the first. Hunter Wells will step in. Runner at first, nobody out. See if Coach Wren decides to play a little small ball here. And bunt him over. Hunter Wells getting his first look at the big right-hander, Aaron Baldwin. Again, around the infield, Combs, Clavery, Bork, and Francis. Behind the plate, Hunter Fiducia, and on the mound, Aaron Baldwin, 6'5" right-hander from Lake Charles, Louisiana. 7-0 with a 3.12 ERA. Here's the next pitch. Outside. The first pitch is 1-0. 7-0 with a 3.12. This will be Baldwin's 10th appearance, his 6th start of the year. 40 1/3 innings, 46 strikeouts, 16 walks. Opposing batting average, 205 against the sophomore from Lake Charles. 1-0 pitch fouled off to the left. And it's 1-1 on Hunter Wells. Will Watson doubled over Mason Mallard's head in the LSU first inning. He was promptly picked off. And a strikeout by Groff of Orrin Vion ended the inning. Apaches came right back with a leadoff single by Matt McCusick, and Baldwin keeping McCusick close over there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Baldwin comes set. Here's the next pitch. That's low. 2 balls and a strike. Well, this is a classic matchup for both teams. Of course, the Apaches defending national champs at the Division III level. The Bengals are defending national champs at the Division II level of the NJCAA. Fouled straight back over toward the Rose Garden. To our left. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. LSU Bengals have had a very successful program under Coach Wils's leadership. I want to say they've won 6 of the last 9 or 10 Division II national titles. And that's a pass ball. And McCusick's going to hustle down to second. I don't know if he changed up on him, but to tell you what, that ball popped right out of the catcher, Fiducia's glove. And so pass ball is going to move Matt McCusick into scoring position. Still nobody out. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Hunter Wells. Here's a 3-2 count. Ground ball right side through the hole. Right fielder's going to come up with it, and Coach Wren will hold the runner. So McCusick moves to third on the single by Hunter Wells. So the Apaches coming out firing here. 2 at-bats, 2 base hits. And now stepping in is going to be the left fielder, Mason Mallard. Mallard gets his first look at the tall, lanky right-hander, Aaron Baldwin. Both pitchers tonight are undefeated. Swing and a miss way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Aaron Baldwin, 7-0. Jonathan Groff, 8-0. And here's the 6-10 right on time. Oh, 1 count on Mallard. Baldwin comes set. Here's the pitch. Way off the plate. Actually hit the target perfectly. Fiducia was way off the left-handed batter's box on that pitch, and Baldwin threw it right to where he was supposed to. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fake to third, throw to first. Nothing going there. You have a chance to talk to both Coach Willis and Alan Orgain, their head assistant coach, and had an ongoing relationship with those guys for quite a while. And this LSU-Eunice team, actually may end up playing the Division I national champs later this season in a makeup game. So this may not be the only matchup between Division national champs. Ground ball foul down the left side. As Mason Mallard now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a couple of shout outs from the Remind folks. Appreciate that. There goes the runner. Throw down. Not in time. There's a stolen base for Hunter Wells. And the pitch was called a ball, so we're even at 2-2. Pretty good throw right there by Fiducia. But a better slide by Hunter Wells, and now the Apaches second and third, still nobody out. Mallard with a chance here to give the Apaches the lead. Fly ball that's deep enough, or even a routine grounder. The LSU-Eunice infield playing back. They're going to give up this early run on a routiner. Ball in the dirt. And now count goes full, 3-2. Full count pitch, fouled straight back. Mallard takes a good rip at a fastball, just did miss it. And count will stay 3-2. Early opportunity here for the Apaches. Heard Coach Wren talk about on the pregame, he's really hoping Jonathan was sharp. Got out of that first inning with a strikeout, and now the Apaches with a chance to get an early lead. Here's the 3-2 in the dirt, and it's a walk. Here's your first walk of the game by either pitcher. And we heard Coach Willis talk on the pregame about how LSU-Eunice, while they are 35-1, they have been able to avoid the big inning, and here comes the big bopper. Jordan Trahan hit 2 grand slams last weekend. Coach Wren and the Apache Nation would like nothing more than for him to continue his grand slam streak right here. A chance to do some damage early in this ball game. Still scoreless, but the Apaches threatening here. Bases loaded, nobody out. They're facing sophomore right-hander Aaron Baldwin, who is 7-0 this year. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Trahan with a big swing. Couldn't connect with that one. And counts 1 ball, 1 strike. McCusick is at third. Wells at second. Mallard just walked. He's at first. Bases juiced for Jordan Trahan, the cleanup hitter. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Just misses outside. And count goes 2-1. Got a few Bengal fans didn't like that call. 2-1, nobody out. Bases loaded with Apaches. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cut fastball right there. That was a pretty dirty pitch right there. And Trahan wants to hit that. He's going to have to hit it to right field. Ball started on the outer half and tailed away from him. He's got that big open stance at home plate. Counts 2-2. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's big at bat right here early in this game. Apache's trying to get a lead here early on LSU-Eunice. Fouls that one off, came in on his hands. And a count will stay 2-2. That ball comes straight back over our heads. Still scoreless here at Mike Carter, just getting started, bottom of the first, but some excitement early here as the Apaches have loaded the bases with 2 singles and a walk against Aaron Baldwin. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout for Baldwin. And there's one away. Well, here's Nathan Methvin. And Methvin will return to the Apache lineup after some knee issues kept him out of the lineup for a while. And his first game back, left-handed batting first baseman. And Coach Wren plops him right in the 5 spot. Huge opportunity here for Methvin to get back into the rhythm. First pitch, right down Broadway, fastball, strike 1. Appreciate the feedback we've gotten already from some of you. Jared and Ainsley Garner in White House. Next pitch to Methvin, high and away, ball 1. Heather Hughes. All right, Avery's family sitting to your top right, cheering our boys. All right, thanks for that. They're here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Nathan. Ground ball second. This could be 2, 4, 6, 3, and he got big double play for the Bengals. Nicely done. Bork, Clavery, Francis. 4-6-3 double play. The Bengals out of trouble, just like Coach Willis said they've done all year long. We're still scoreless here after the first inning. Going to have some exciting baseball here. Back in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back to Mike Carter. 4, 5, and 6 for the Bengals. Nick Coombs, third baseman for the Bengals. Swing and a miss. Jonathan Groff works ahead. 0-1 on Coombs. It'll be Coombs, Turner Francis, and Michael Clavery. Inside, misses. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you can just kind of feel there's a different presence here tonight with these two teams as highly touted as they've been the last couple of years. Both teams know they're facing a quality opponent. Foul tip. Groff pulled the string there. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nick Coombs. 35-1 coming in. LSU-Eunice Bengals only loss was last weekend to Delgado down in New Orleans. And that's a foul ball off to the right side, well out of play. It's headed toward Coach Wren's truck. We're having a little issue right now trying to solve the live stats problem, so not sure if any of you that like to watch the broadcast keep up with the live stats as well, but having a little bit of technical difficulty at this point trying to get that out to you, so be patient on that. See if they can get that resolved as the game progresses. We'll try to keep you as informed as we can. 0-0 here, top of the second inning. LSU had 1 hit in the first inning, a double by Will Watson. Apache's got 2 hits in their half, and that's where we stand right now. Pop up right side. This should be in play for Jace Campbell and right, and he'll catch it just in foul territory for the first out of the second inning. F09 if you're scoring at the house. One up, one down here in the second. Here's Turner Francis, the first baseman. Francis gets his first at bat of the series and of this ball game. Single 9 tonight. Doubleheader tomorrow, 1 o'clock start. Tonight's game will be a 9-inning ball game. Tomorrow, 7-9. Jammed him, and Methvin at first will squeeze it easily for out number 2. It's in foul territory, so FO3. Here's Michael Clavery, the shortstop. So a quick inning so far for Jonathan Groff. And without the live stats, I'm lost for pitch count, so I can't give you that. But he's been pretty efficient so far. I'm going to guess he's still below 20 pitches, and we're an out away from getting through the second. First pitch was in there for strike 1. Michael Clavery. The pitch was low. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score here, top of the second. Next pitch by Groff. Oh, he hit him. Clavery turned his front shoulder in like you teach him, and that ball went right off his left shoulder. So that'll be a 2-out hit by pitch. Here's Hunter Fiducia, the catcher. So Fiducia batting in the 7 spot will step into that left-handed batter's box. Kind of a commodity left-handed hitting catcher. He'll face the left-handed pitching Jonathan Groff with 2 outs and 1 runner aboard. First pitch, high, ball 1. 0-1-0 for the Bengals, 0-2-0 for the Apaches. Sophomore left-hander Jonathan Groff pitching here in the inning number 2. Now he's 2-0, falling behind of the catcher Hunter Fiducia. Clavery at first, having been hit by a pitch. Swing and a miss. Big hack right there. And actually, he foul-tipped it. Austin Ballou could not hold on to the tip. Umpire threw his hands up immediately. Called foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs and 1 runner on board for the LSU Bengals. There's a pickoff attempt, and Clavery back easily. Again, LSU Bengals 35-1 on the year. The Apaches are 28-8. They are off to a great start as well. Here's a 2-1. High, 3-1. So Groff now 1 pitch away from putting a couple of Bengals on here without the benefit of a hit. If Fiducia should reach, Trenton Trosclair would be next. 3-1 pitch, ball 4. So now the Bengals with a little 2-out. Well, can't say it's a rally because Groff has given a couple of free passes. He hit Clavery, and now he's walked Fiducia. All right, we've heard from the Masatos. Yeah, and just address the live stats issue. They're still working the live stat guys up here in the press box with us. On his end, he's showing that he's fine, but none of us can pull it up yet. So we're working on that. Kind of hang with the live stats. We'll try to see if we can solve the mystery here as the game progresses. So sorry about that. Appreciate the Masatos checking in. Aunt Kiki watching from Baytown. Avery Hebert's her favorite, so appreciate the note there. 1-0 pitch. There's a bunt. Groff's going to field it, wheel and throw, and he got him. So they're trying to get a easy hit there. Trosclair is out on the 1-3, and that'll end the inning. So the hit by pitch and the walk, Jonathan Groff works around those 2 base runners. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here at Mike Carter Field. 2 defending national champs going at it this weekend. Glad you're with us. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. 6, 7, and 8 for the Apaches. Jace Campbell, Colton Whitehouse, Austin Ballou scheduled to hit. They'll face the big right-hander, Aaron Baldwin, 7-0. First pitch swinging, fly ball, deep right center. And it's caught on the run by Zach LaFleur for out number 1. Good job by LaFleur to stay with that ball. We do have some heavier sprinkles now coming down. Any fans that were in the uncovered area have moved right up under our press box where the covering is. And this is where the turf will really help out. First pitch swing and down. Hit. Colton Whitehouse drills one into the corner. He's headed for second. Now the ball's kicked around. Whitehouse could have got the third or might have got the third. Did not realize. And Coach Wren kind of getting on him a little bit because right fielder Trenton Crossclair, that ball bounced around in the corner. He could not field it cleanly immediately. And so Whitehouse in there with a stand-up double. Might have been able to get the third on that. One out, and Whitehouse at second. Here's Austin Ballou, the catcher. Second double of the game, and first double for the Apaches. Bengals have one double as well. Breaking pitch inside, ball 1. Well, Aaron Baldwin, the starter, is listed on the roster at 6'5". He looks every bit of it. Big, tall righty. One of the things, those tall guys, they have that long extension. Sometimes it looks faster than it is. He's also got a good fastball. Going to be upper 80s. That ball was fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 runner aboard. Whitehouse just doubled inside first baseman Turner Francis right down the line in right field. Bounced around a little bit, and Whitehouse got to second easily. That last little shower cooled things off a little bit more than they already were. That ball was fouled straight over our heads into the parking lot, and the count goes 1-2 on Austin Ballou. Well, we had some pretty good showers on the radar, and I don't know if that was what we just got or there's more to come. It's kind of a low cloud deck tonight. At certain points in the outfield, there's broken clouds, but glad we got the turf. Check swing. I thought he went strike 3. It's going to be a swinging strikeout. I'm going to mark it as a frontwards K. Second strikeout of the night for Aaron Baldwin. And stepping in now, he's center fielder Jared Pauling. He's batting in the 9 position for Coach Wren. We're at the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Colton Whitehouse at second. First pitch from Baldwin inside, misses, ball 1. Next pitch high, 2-0. Two outs. Whitehouse at second base. No score here. Bottom of the second. Aaron Baldwin comes set. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Apaches now with 3 hits. The Bengals with 1. Neither team's committed an error yet. We're still scoreless. Bottom of the second, 2 outs. Baldwin's going to try to keep Whitehouse close to second as he can. Now we got a little cool breeze coming right in that press box. I'm going to have to turn the heater on, and the rain is coming. This might be an issue. The umpires are going to, as we said earlier, the umpires are going to have to keep an eye on that mound. As nice as this turf is, if that mound gets wet, we're going to have to shut it down for a while, get it covered. 2-1 count, fouled straight back into the net, and if nothing else, might go through a bunch of baseballs tonight. 2-2 pitch misses inside, and we're full at 3-2. Well, the umbrellas have come out down the Apache sideline. Training staff well prepared with the umbrellas. Had at least one fan walking down there with a huge umbrella. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Colton Whitehouse at second. Baldwin again going to step inside and keep him close. Still scoreless, bottom of the second. Here's the next pitch. Little blooper, short left field. Could be trouble, and caught! Nicely done by the left fielder, Will Watson. He came running in and slid on his backside and made a nice sliding catch to end the inning. So the Bengals dodge another bullet here in inning number 2 on the nice sliding catch by Will Watson. We're still scoreless. We got a good game. Already have some exciting plays under our belt. Going to the third inning, 0-0. Welcome back to Mike Carter. 9-1-2. Jansen Bork will lead it off for the Bengals. Rain coming down heavier now here at Mike Carter. Turf not going to be a problem. Going to have to keep an eye on that pitcher's mound. It's the only part of this field that's not turfed. Popped up right side, going to get out of play. Methvin reaching the fence and running out of real estate. 0-2. On second baseman, Jansen Bork. Getting his first look at Jonathan Groff. Jonathan 8-0. Great matchup tonight. 2 undefeated pitchers. Jonathan 8-0 with a 0.94 ERA. His 10th appearance, all of them have been starts. 57 2/3, 72 strikeouts, 15 walks. Looper into center. Pauly comes in and makes the running catch for out number 1. F8 if you're scoring at the house. And this is that heavier rain that we were looking at on the radar a little while ago, and it's going to be here for a little while. As you look at the radar, got a nice little yellow and orange patch right on top of us. See if we can pull that up and see. It's moving to the east. And if this was, if we were on a natural playing surface at this point, we would likely be pulling the tarp at this point. Right now, we're going to play as long as that pitcher can maintain safe footing. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the order, Zach LaFleur. In there for a strike. As look at that radar, and I tell you what, it's not looking good right now. There's a big patch of heavier rain moving into our area. So I guess we're going to play through it for a moment. It won't surprise me at some point here soon if the umpires decide that mound, as long as they can keep feeding him a dry ball, we'll be okay. Popped up, and that's going to get out of play. Count will go to 2-2. 1 out, nobody aboard. Top of the third. Top of the lineup for the Bengals, Zach LaFleur stepping in. And again, the heavier rain now coming down. Can't really see it on the broadcast, but players running for cover, nowhere to really go. These dugouts have very little covering in them. Swing and a miss. He got him. That's the second out of the inning. And for Jonathan Groff, that is his second strikeout of the night. Yeah, the heavier rain is moving through right now. And unfortunately, there's some more heavy stuff behind it. There'll be, looks like a little bit of a break, and then you just can't predict, but there's a pretty good line of rain moving right west to east, kind of moving through the Athens area at the moment and headed our way. And we're getting heavier stuff right now, so I don't think this is the last of it. 1 ball, no strikes. Will Watson, who made that nice play to end the Apaches' second, steps in. Bengals have dodged 2 bullets in 2 innings. We heard Coach Willis talk on the pregame that they've been doing that all year. They've get themselves in a little bit of trouble, and then they find a way to get out of it. 2-0 pitch, misses, 3-0. And now you just wonder how you keep that ball dry without throwing a new ball in every pitch. You also got to keep the bullpen mounds covered, because those are not turf. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Will Watson. Well, I don't think we've had a game like this yet where we've had to make a decision on the rain during the game, have we? Now someone's gonna have to decide at some point. Right now, Jonathan kicking the mud off of his spikes does not appear to be having any problem getting his footing, but you can tell that clay is getting softer and softer with each moment. There's a wild pitch, and the runner goes to second. Ball was low. I'm gonna score a wild pitch, and now running out to the mound, they're going to give Jonathan a tongue depressor to clean his spikes out with as the mud gathers in between his spikes. I haven't seen any discussion between Coach Wren. We've got some quick dry, but there's going to be a point of no return here where that quick dry, you got mud pie out there, and it's at some point going to turn, I don't care how much quick dry you got, it's just going to stick together and be hard to pitch off of. So this is the tough part of having that turf. The only part of the field that matters at this point is that pitcher's mound. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2 outs, runner at second, low. 2-0. So now Groff has thrown 6 balls in a row. And now you're going to get a visit from pitching coach Chad Sherman. And he may go out and make a quick evaluation of the conditions on that mound, but also just kind of encourage Jonathan, hey, let's get back in the dugout here and see if we can throw some strikes, asking him maybe if he can hold on to the baseball, because pretty good command up to this point. But Groff now has thrown 6 balls in a row. 2 outs. Will Watson at second. He walked with 2 outs and reached second on a wild pitch. Groff comes set. Here's the next one. That's high and away, not close. And it's 3-0. Now you got one of the Bengals running down to their bullpen. Their bullpen's covered, and so is the Apache bullpen, so that's good. Bullpen mounds won't get soaking wet. Something may have been left out in the rain down there. I don't know why that guy's running down there, but I'm guessing he may go down and he's looking for something. I don't know if he left his glove down there or the balls or something. He's down there on an Easter egg hunt. 3-0 pitch, high, ball 4, and it's 8 balls in a row. And now you got to start asking yourself, is that mound getting slippery? Groff has been kicking mud out of his cleats, and now the dugout kind of asking him, maybe, are you okay? And he's not going to make any excuses. He's going to keep working. And it looks like one of the Bengals has found what he went down to retrieve. No, well, maybe a clipboard or something. He's got a couple things in his hands. First pitch, big swing and a miss. Nick Coombs steps in, and Coombs, he's their big bopper. Coombs on the year, 3-4. He's 57 by a large margin. Low in the dirt. It's 1-1. Now every time that ball hits the turf, you're going to have to rub it up, try to get it dry. There's a pretty good patch coming our way. And we're right in the middle of a pretty good patch. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Jonathan Groff on the mound, 2 Bengals on board. And there's another ball, not close. Throw to second, almost into center field. Hunter Wells was able to get over there and retrieve that ball. Austin Ballou felt led to throw a pickoff attempt, and that ball went flying well past second. Hunter Wells there in time, and now Groff asking for a dry baseball. And umpire throwing that on the wet turf is going to get wetter. Definitely cooling off here. 67 now. It's dropped 2 degrees since we started. That rain coming down. And it's coming down pretty good. Here's the 2-1. Not close. Actually, that was a 3-1 pitch, and it's a 3rd walk in a row. And for someone who's walked 15 guys in 57 innings, well, there is a question here. They're going to try to, you want to make sure. Home plate umpire has got 4 balls, and I think the scoreboard was off by 1 pitch, and so there's a question in the stadium and in the dugouts about what the count was. Umpire had it on his clicker, so he's feeling good about it. Now you got bases loaded with 3 consecutive walks. And here's Turner Francis, the first baseman. Rain continues to fall, heavier now than ever. Turner Francis is only batting .424. Rascal's got 38 RBIs of his own, and he's got 3 Bengals on base. LSU-Eunice dugout now making some noise. Low in the dirt, gets away, but Ballou is able to keep it just close enough to home plate to avoid a run being scored. And at some point, you got to cover that mound. You either got to cover it or you got to put some quick dry on it, because to me it's obvious that Groff is having problems either with his landing foot. I mean, he's thrown 1 strike, and that was to Coombs, who swung through a pitch. And the dugout from LSU is making a lot of noise. Inside corner, it's a strike. First called strike in quite a while. A 4-pitch walk to Watson, a 4-pitch walk to Vion, and Coombs swung through 1 pitch. Now it's 1-1 on Francis. Outside, 2-1. Got nowhere to put Francis. He popped up to Methman at his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Again, .424 on the year for Turner Francis. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, and 38 RBIs. This LSU group has got a bunch of guys with some pretty big numbers. You might expect 35 and 1. 2 balls and a strike to Turner Francis. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play to our right. Even it up at 2-2. Well, one of the things you got to do, perhaps, if you're Groff here, is you got to take something off your pitches. You got to throw strikes. That pitch appeared to be the change-up speed, but Jonathan trying to get the ball in the strike zone. Big pitch right here coming up. 2-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded, no score. Top of the 3rd. Popped it up. This should end the inning. Right fielder Jace Campbell squeezes it, and the Apaches get out of trouble of their own here in the 3rd. F9 if you're scoring at the house. Both teams have had bases loaded opportunities and got nothing out of it. So we'll be back in a minute, let you know what they're going to decide on this mound. Umpire's going to go out and check it out. I think Jeff Willis went out and had a discussion with the umpire, and they're going to look at it. We'll be back in a minute and let you know. All right, so we've had the grounds crew come out. That would be Coach Wren. And a little bit of quick dry on that mound, and it appears as though, and the rain has slowed significantly. It's still just trickling down here. And looking at the radar, we've got, we're not done with it. Don't know if we're going to get as heavy a rain as we've gotten here in the last 20 minutes. But the mound should be playable as is, but it's going to continue to take some moisture as it continues to just sprinkle here, not as strongly. The Apaches bat in their half of the third. Top of the lineup, Matt McCusack singled, so he's 1 for 1 tonight. First pitch to McCusack in there for strike one. Aaron Baldwin back on the mound for the Bengals. Swing and a miss. McCusack out in front of an off-speed pitch. The ball is 2 strikes. Next pitch, low. Matt McCusack, 379 on the season. 19 runs scored, 8 doubles, 18 RBIs. For the Apaches second baseman, again 1 for 1 tonight. Ground ball up the middle. Clavery's over, and he can't make the play. That's going to be a single either way. I don't think he would have got him. I'm going to score that an infield single. 1B6. And the Apaches come right back and get a base runner of their own. Every time that ball hits the turf now, it's going to get wet. And the umpire going to toss it over. And back in the day, we used to have a bucket of quick dry in a little jar. It wasn't a quick dry. They actually made stuff that you could shake those balls up and dry them off, throw them back in. I don't know if we got that down there anymore, but a couple of towels maybe and a pretty good supply of game baseballs. Look out, that ball's headed over toward the Camry, going to go sailing over the Camry and into the parking lot. It's 0-1 on Hunter Wells. Hunter Wells singled to right field his first time up, so he's 1 for 1. The Apaches loaded it up in their half of the first inning, but an inning-ending double play by Nathan Methvin was the end of that threat. A 1 pitch, foul down the left side, out of play, into the bullpen area of the LSU Bengals. And it's 0-2 on Hunter Wells. The Bengals just had the bases loaded, but Turner Francis flied out to Jace Campbell and right to end that threat. Jonathan Groff had gotten the first 2 Bengals out and then proceeded to walk 3 guys in a row when the rain started getting heavier. And in between innings, we had Coach Wren and a couple of the Apaches out there putting some quick dry on that mound. That's the only clay part of this field. Everything else is the new field turf. And they've talked about perhaps adding that field turf to that part of the mound. And if they had done that, we wouldn't have had necessarily the issue that we had last inning. You could see Groff was growing increasingly uncomfortable with the moisture coming down at the time. And fortunately for the Apaches, they were able to get out of it unscathed. 1-2 pitch. Now you're going to have a wild pickoff attempt. Aaron Baldwin spun through to first, and that ball sailed into the bleachers. So an E1, and Matt McCusack will go to second base. And now third baseman Nick Coombs is going to come in and have a little chat with Aaron Baldwin. Again, Baldwin's 6'5". So far, the Apaches have been able to muster 4 hits, but no runs. Neither team has scored. 0-0 here, bottom of 3. Hunter Wells at home plate. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 for Baldwin. And now 359, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs. Second on the team in homers. 25 RBIs for the Apaches. There's a bunt. Third baseman's going to come in, field it, throw. Not in time. Mallard's there safely. And Coombs was playing way back at third, and Mallard took full advantage. 1B5 on the drag bunt. So McCusick comes to third base on the bunt, and Mallard is safe. That's going to be a good play all the way around because Coombs is going to get a wet ball. He did a great job of making that play because you got to know he got a wet ball, and he made a pretty strong throw, but wasn't quite in time to get the speedy Mallard. First pitch to Jordan Trahan misses for ball one. Trahan struck out his first time up with the base loaded. Apaches have left 2 runners aboard. Bengals have left 5. Now it's 2-0 to Jordan Trahan. Coach Wren going through the signs down in the third base coach's box. 1 out. Apaches on the corners. We're still scoreless here in the bottom of the third. Apache dugout did not call a low strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jordan Trahan steps in. Trahan 364. He's got those 7 big home runs. Trahan, again, 364 batting average. 6 doubles, 7 homers, 38 RBIs. That's tops on the club. Mallard at first, McCusick at third. Here's the 2-1. Fly ball deep right center. This could be trouble. Going back to the wall and makes the catch. Bounces off the wall. Trenton Troskler made a great catch right under the scoreboard. And Trahan will get a sac fly, F9 RBI. McCusick comes home to score the first run of the ball game. That is a great play by Trenton Troskler. Back. He went and jumped and caught the ball right underneath the scoreboard. Bounced off the fence. Fortunately, was not hurt. And the Apaches take a 1-0 lead on a deep sac fly by Jordan Trahan. Here's Nathan Methvin. Grounded into a double play in the first. The bases loaded. So you had Trahan and Methvin up there with the bases loaded. Strikeout double play, and Aaron Baldwin was able to escape with no runs out of a bases loaded no-out jam in the first. He's facing Methvin here with Mallard at first and 2 outs. And you know that Mason's looking to go to second here with a green light. Mallard, 27 steals on the year. Not going here. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Two outs and a runner at first. Mallard, let's see him take off right here. Not going. Ball in the dirt. Mallard's going to hold his ground over there. Time is called. Home plate umpire. Going to give that catcher a chance to recover after blocking that pitch. Maybe taking a ball off the leg. Two outs. Runner aboard is Mason Mallard. McCusick led the inning off with an infield single. Wells struck out. McCusick got to second on an air pickoff attempt. A drag bunt by Mallard put runners at first and third, and then a sac fly by Trahan. Now there seems to be some question about what the count is. Home plate umpire, if he gives us a visual here, it's 3-1. Coach Willis and the LSU Bengal dugout and fans are adamant that it's not. And can't tell you exactly. Now it's 3-2. Methvin takes a good hack at a fastball right over the plate. Full count, 2 outs, runner at first. Well, I can't imagine. Sometimes there's a little confusion in that dugout, but you do have guys keeping charts, so I think that everyone would be on the same page. Here's the 3-2 delivery, and again, a foul ball straight over our heads. Mallard was off with that pitch, as he should be, with a 3-2 count, 2 outs. And we'll do it again. Nathan Methvin grounded into an inning double play. His first time up, he's 0 for 1. On the season, Nathan, 357. 10 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, 18 RBIs. He is in his first game back after hurting his knee. That's ball's inside, and it's a 2-out walk. And Methvin is aboard. Mallard goes to second. Here's Jace Campbell. He flew out to center in his first at bat, so he's 0 for 1. Jace Campbell, 310 on the season. 3 doubles, 3 triples, 18 RBIs for the Apache right fielder. Apache's hitting 317 as a team on the year. The Bengals, 391 batting average as a team. Popped it up on the first pitch. Shouldn't be a problem for Trosclair. Now it's going to be Bork, the second baseman, calling him off. And that'll end the inning. The Apaches get a couple runners on. Can't do anything with it. But they do get a run on the sac fly by Jordan Trahan. And we are now 1-0 Apaches as we go to the fourth. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. 1-0 Apaches. We go to inning number 4. Jonathan Groff back on the hill, swing and a miss. Michael Clavery, the shortstop, he got hit by a pitch his first time up, so no official at bat for Michael yet. Jonathan Groff back on the hill for the Apaches. Ground ball right up the middle. Groff spears it. He'll flip it over to Meth. And there's 1 up and 1 down here in the Bengal fourth inning. 1-3 if you're scoring at the house. Bengals have left 5 runners aboard, 3 of them in scoring position in the first 3 innings. So they've had their chances. The Apaches have left 4 runners aboard, 3 of them in scoring position. So both teams with pretty good opportunities here early to score. And the Apaches scratch for a single tally in the third on a fly ball by Jordan Trahan. Great play by the right fielder Trenton Trosclair. Otherwise, Apaches might have gotten some more runs. Trosclair made a running grab, jumped her. So the ball, you're going to have to be a man to get it out of here tonight. But, wind. The flags are blowing directly in here at Mike Carter. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody aboard here. Hunter Fiducia. He walked his first time up, so he doesn't have an official at bat either. High in the fastball, and it's 3-2 on Fiducia. On the year, Fiducia, 373 hitter. 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 24 RBIs. Sky-high pop-up, short center field, and now McCusack calling it, and he'll grab it for the second out. 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th inning for the Bengals. Here's Trenton Trosclair. Trosclair grounded out to Groff to end inning number 2, right back to the pitcher. So he's 0 for 1 tonight. On the season, Mr. Trosclair, 471. First pitch over the outside corner, strike 1. Trosclair, 4 doubles, 3 triples, a homer, 27 RBIs. He's going to lay down a bunt, and that's going to roll, and does roll foul. Well, you get to a point of no return if you're Colton Whitehouse over there, and by the time he was able to make a play, it was might as well let it go just in case it goes foul, because he did not have a play on Trenton Trosclair, and it was well played by Whitehouse because it did roll foul just before it got to third base. If it hits that bag, it's going to be a fair ball. So Trosclair back in the batter's box now with an 0-2 count and 2 outs and nobody aboard. Top of inning number 4. Check swing. Did he go? Not going to check it. Don't think he went far enough. Count will go 1-2. 1-5-0 for the Apaches. 0-1-0 for the Bengals. High and away. Count's gone 2-2. Definitely has cooled things off as that breeze comes into that open air. Let's see if we got a renewed temperature. Ground ball. Hunter Wells will pick it on a big hop, and he'll throw out the speedy Trosclair for out number 3. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Bengals in the 4th. We'll go to the bottom half. Your score remains Apaches 1, Bengals 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Mike Carter. Whitehouse, Ballou, and Pauly, 7, 8, 9 for the Apaches. First pitch was a strike ground ball right side through the hole. And Colton Whitehouse with his second hit of the night. 1B9. Here's Austin Ballou, the catcher. He struck out swinging in his only at-bat so far in this one. So he's 0 for 1. Apaches with their 6th hit of the night. Well, we tried to redo the I score. We're going to see if that did anything or not. Still not, I'm not getting it yet. We're going to continue the effort between innings here to see if we can get that I score up. I know a lot of you like to watch the broadcasts, the video broadcasts, and also keep up with the I score. We're just we got it up to speed. We just, for whatever reason, are not. I don't know if I score maybe is having an issue or not, but everything looks to be in order on the tablet that they keep that on. I just walked down there and looked at it. We tried to reconfigure a couple of things, and so far, I'm not getting anything. Has anyone else tried? Okay, so apologize for that, but we'll continue to effort, see if we can get that popping before the game is over. But for now, we'll continue to try to give you some good descriptions of what's happening and keep the numbers up to speed. 1-6. 4, and that ball goes into the net. So shortstop Michael Clavery went to a knee. If he had fielded that cleanly, I think it would have been an easy double play, but as is, goes as a fielder's choice, 6-4. So House is out at second. Ballou reaches at first. The throw from second baseman Jansen Bork went into the net, so it stayed in play. And stepping in is the center fielder, Jared Pauly. He flew out to left field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Nice sliding catch out there. And there's another flare to left field. It's going to go foul this time, right into the roll-up cage. 0-1 on Pauly. Will Watson made a nice sliding catch to end the second inning. Would have been a run for the Apaches. Whitehouse was at second after doubling back in the second. And Will Watson made a nice play to save a run at that point, which was a scoreless game. 1-0 Apaches. 0-1 count on Jared Pauly. Austin Ballou at first. That ball well short of the plate. It's a wild pitch, and Ballou will go to second. Well, maybe the first little blip on the map for Mr. Aaron Baldwin. No, the pitchers seem to have settled into the mound conditions. The rain has stopped here at Mike Carter, so not nearly as distracting it was here about 30 minutes ago. 1-1 pitch. Pop up left should be in play. And back to the top we go. Matt McCusick. McCusick 2 for 2 in this one. Single to left and an infield single. Last at bat. He has scored the game's only run. Back in the third inning. We're in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Apaches. Austin Ballou at second. Sophomore right-hander from Lake Charles, Aaron Baldwin, continues to work for the Bengals here in the bottom of the fourth. Baldwin 7-0 with a 3.12 ERA. This is Baldwin's 10th appearance, his 6th start of the season. First pitch misses for ball one. 40 1/3 innings coming into this one. 46 strikeouts, 16 walks for Aaron Baldwin. Opposing hitters batting just .205 off the right-handed sophomore. 6'5" on the roster. Here's the 1-0. Grounder, shortstop. Clavery's going to have to hurry. Throws. Got him. Bang, bang play at first base. McCusick is out on the 6-3. And that'll end the inning here for the Apaches in the fourth. They can't get anything going after a leadoff single by Colton Whitehouse. And we'll go to the fifth. Score remains. Tyler 1, LSU-Eunice 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field. 9-1-2 for the LSU-Eunice Bengals here in the top of the fifth. The Apaches were able to get one run in the bottom of the third on a sac fly by Jordan Trahan. That's the only scoring of this ball game. Apaches with 6 hits. Bengals only with 1 hit off of the sophomore left-hander, Jonathan Groff. First pitch fouled off, out of play. 0-1 on Jansen Bork. Second baseman for the Bengals. Next pitch fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. Bork, 380 hitter on the year. 3 doubles, 2 homers, 26 RBIs. Well, they got a lot of guys. They have almost all their hitters have at least 1 home run. So this Bengal club's got some pop. Again, I think we figured out before the game they're averaging about 12 to 13 runs a game. So Groff doing a great job here, shutting them out through 4 innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on and nobody out. Top of the 5th. 1-0 Apaches. Look out. That ball's laced over the Apache dugout off the net. Stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jonathan Groff working here. It's 10th start of the year. Line drive up the middle, backhanded by McCusick, not going to be able to make the play. Well, I'm going to give that a hit. It was a tough play, well hit by Bork. I'm going to call it a 1B4. McCusick had to go way to his right, got to a knee, tried to backhand it. And so here we go. Back to the top of the lineup. Zach LaFleur, 0 for 2, flew out to center, struck out. LaFleur on the year, 475. 13 doubles, 6 homers. So up and down this Bengal lineup, you got almost gaudy numbers. There's the 720 right on time here at Mike Carter. That train track right behind right field. 1-0 pitch. Inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the LSU skipper Jeff Willis in his 14th season has really put this Bengal program on the map. And I don't know, in 14 years, I think they've won 6 national championships. They were on a streak, and maybe still are, of every odd year. Maybe the last 6 titles, so 15, 13, 11, 9, 7. You know, they've won 5, maybe 5 national titles every other year in the last 8 years, something to that effect. But no matter how you slice it, Coach Willis has done an outstanding job of taking a program and pretty much building it from scratch, getting them to the top of the heap. Breaking pitch misses. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 1 runner aboard. Leadoff hitter Zach LaFleur at the plate. Jonathan Groff working here. Top of the 5th. Checks the runner a couple times. Here's the pitch. Swing in the middle of the night for Zach LaFleur. He's now 0 for 3. Here's Will Watson. 1 for 1. Doubled his first time up. Got picked off second on the spin move by Jonathan Groff. And then he walked back in the 3rd inning. He did end up reaching 3rd base, but fly ball to right field by Turner Francis into that threat. There's a pick off to first, and Jansen Bork back in plenty of time. 1-6-0 for the Apaches, 0-2-0 for the LSU-Eunice Bengals. Here's the pitch. Runner going to second, throw down by Ballou, going to get through all the way to center field. It's going to be a stolen base and an E2. So Bork gets to second on the stolen base, but he will reach third on the errant throw by Austin Ballou. And now you got a runner at third, only one out. Was that lightning I just saw? So umpires a little surprised we haven't had. I did see head trainer Eddie McGuire here, and he's checking his phone right now. At some point, you're bound to get people off the field here if you got lightning in the area. 1-0. You got to wait 30 minutes. There's a grounder up the middle. And Wells fields it, throws to first, got him. Nice play by Hunter Wells. The run scores, and we're tied at 1. Great play on Will Watson's grounder by Hunter Wells. Bork came home to score, and it's 1-1. It's going to be RBI fielder's choice by Will Watson. And these two powerhouses are going at it. 1-1 now here in the 5th. Here's Orrin Vion. Vion struck out and walked, so he's 0 for 1 tonight. On the year, Vion 449. 3 doubles, 3 triples, 7 home runs. That's second on the team in home runs. 48 RBIs. That's second on the team in RBIs. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. You can see that this young man really long in that front side arm. He does not get cheated. Let's see where he generates some bat speed. Here's the 1-1. Changeup way out in front of that one. And it's 1-2. Jonathan Groff working here in the 5th. Just has given up a run on a nice play by Hunter Wells in the infield. Really what created that scenario was the errant throw by Austin Ballou. Jansen Bork stole second, and Ballou threw wildly into center, allowing Bork to get the third. Otherwise, you'd have a runner at third here with 2 outs. Great play by Hunter Wells on Will Watson. He left his feet, made a strong throw, and Methvin was able to coming up. Swing and a miss. Changed him up. Got him. Strikeout number 4 for Jonathan Groff. But the Bengals get 1 run on 1 hit. And we are now tied 1-1 going to the bottom of the 5th. Back in just a minute. All right, we got lightning in the area, so I'm going to guess we got at least a 30-minute delay right here. We're going to leave the broadcast running, so apologize for this, but you know what? I'm not God, so I can't control the weather. We've had some lightning in the area, and once it gets it within a certain range, our head trainer, Eddie McGuire, has notified the umpiring crew that we are now on it's an automatic 30-minute delay. They're going to cover the mound, and we got rain coming in now as well. So after this patch of rain, however, we should be it's going to rain here for a little bit. We don't have the heavier stuff, but I think it's moving in from the west between here and Lake Fork. And where'd we go here? So much rain, I can't even see where. There's Athens. Okay, here we are. So, it zoomed in too far on my radar map, but we got a nice little bit of rain moving through the area here. So, for now, we're going to be under a delay. Again, I'm just going to leave this. I'll leave the broadcast rolling. If you want to go get yourself a snack, go order a pizza, something. We're going to have a few minutes delay, as best I understand it now. We're going to be on at least a 30-minute delay, and I got right now 7:29. So as soon as we play ball again, we'll get the audio back for you. I'll leave the crowd mic going so you can kind of hear what's going on, and they're just going to play music for a while. But for now, I'll just give you a quick rundown on the scoring before we cut the audio on my part of it off. In the first inning, the LSU-Eunice Bengals, Will Watson doubled. He got picked off, and Groff struck out Vion to end the inning. And the Apache first had a chance to get something going. Bases loaded and nobody out. Trahan struck out, and a ground ball to second by Methvin, 4-6-3, and that ended the Apache first. So both teams with a chance with runners in scoring position. The Apaches had a great opportunity in that first inning and could not do anything with it. You got to tip your caps to both pitchers here. Aaron Baldwin, the starter for LSU-Eunice, 7-0 on the year, and you can see why. He's worked through a couple of jams already tonight. He has struck out 3 Apaches through 4 innings. Jonathan Groff, of course, he's undefeated, 8-0 on the year, 0.94 ERA for Groff. He struck out 4 Bengals so far through 5 innings. We're right now in a rain delay. Bottom of the 5th. We're tied at 1. The Bengals just scored their first run of the game in the 5th inning. Leadoff hitter Jensen Bork, he's actually the 9-hole hitter, reached on an infield single, stole second, and got to third on an errant throw by Austin Ballou, the catcher, went into center field. Zach LaFleur struck out, and Will Watson grounded out to shortstop. Hunter Wells made a great play, stretched all the way to his glove side, up the middle, got to his feet, made a throw, but coming home to score the Bengals' first run of the ball game was Jansen Bork. So Watson gets the RBI, fielder's choice, and then Oren Vion just struck out to end the 5th. So that's where we stand right now. The Apaches scored their single run in the 3rd inning. Leadoff hitter Matt McCusick had an infield single, reached second on an errant pickoff attempt. Wells struck out. A drag bunt by Mallard put runners on the corners with 1 out. And then Trahan hit a deep fly ball to right field. Great play in right by Trenton Trosclair. He bounced off the fence, held onto the baseball. But McCusack was able to score the only Apache run on the sac fly by Trahan. And Methvin walked, and then Campbell grounded out to second to end the inning. So the Apaches scored their run in the 3rd, and the Bengals scored their single run in the 5th. That's, again, where we stand right now. Middle of the 5th, we are in a lightning delay as the rain has tapered off a little bit, but still coming down enough for us to see it in the lights. So we're going to have a little bit of more rain here. If you look at the radar, there's a pretty good patch of heavier stuff probably in a few more minutes. So, but with the lightning in the area, you can't do anything about the lightning. We can kind of work through the rain a little bit here. But, again, with that only part of the field, the only dirt part of the field is the pitcher's mound, and if that gets unplayable, we're not playing. So this is really nice-looking turf here, but unfortunately the mound's not turf, and so without that being covered with turf, the pitcher is going to have a tough time getting his footing when he releases the ball to home plate. So they've got it covered. You can see the tarp on the mound, and we're in a lightning delay. So we'll let you listen to the sounds of the ballpark here for the next 20 minutes or so, and when it looks like we're getting ready to play baseball, we'll come back on. This is Dr. John Groth. We're in a lightning delay, weather delay here at Mike Carter. We'll be back at you here in a few minutes.
Austin's my home, but I was born and raised in Houston. Is that okay? You gotta check it. Don't upset me. Don't start running around changing things and putting them on t-shirts.
CD listeners. We've come to the point in this album where those listening on cassette or records will have to stand up or sit down and turn over the record or tape. In fairness to those listeners, we'll now take a few seconds before we begin side 2. Thank you. Here's side 2.
Okay, we are just about ready to play baseball here. The rain has moved out of the area. Again, we are in the middle of the 5th inning. We are locked in a 1-1 tie. Some lightning go through, and every time that lightning strikes, you have to push the start time back 30 minutes. So we had one almost just under a mile away from the ballpark, and so here we are at about 8:42, and that's the beauty of the turf. We can pull the mound tarp off there and throw a little quick dry rake up that mound, and we are ready to play without much work at all. Situation, the Apaches should be batting here in the bottom of the 5th with a 1-1 score, and there go the Bengals. They're taking the field, and we're just a few moments from starting this thing over. Now, the big change for both clubs is going to be on the mound. Of course, the two starters, Aaron Baldwin and Jonathan Groff, will not be in this ball game anymore. With that long delay, you just can't ask your starting pitcher to come back. So number 19 is going to be the new pitcher for the LSU-Eunice Bengals. And that's going to be Nick Dutho, sophomore left-hander from Berwick, Louisiana. So Duthu, D-U-T-H-U, is going to take the mound for get a rain delay, but that's where we find ourselves. Apaches lead in the hit column 6-2. Both teams have had one error. So you can close the book on starter Aaron Baldwin. Baldwin ended up striking out 3 Apaches. He walked 1 Apache and gave up 6 hits through 4 complete innings. He'll be relieved by Nick Duthu. And for Duthu, this will be outing number 13 of the year. He's 2-0 with a 1.15 ERA, 15 2/3 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, 5 walks for the sophomore from Berwick, Louisiana. We are back at baseball. 8:44 is the start time. We've been off for about an hour and 15 minutes. The rain delay started at about 7:29, so an eternity ago. We're back at it. Found out Jordan Spieth is still leading the Masters going to Sunday. It's always a nice thing for Texas. Next pitch is in there, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Hunter Wells. Wells will switch around now to the right side as the switch hitter facing the left-handed pitching Nick Duthu. Ground ball to the shortstop. Clavery up with it, throws to first. Nice pick at first base by Turner Francis for the first out in the 5th inning. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. Well, the beauty of having this turf is you don't have to do anything else but uncover the mound and play. And, of course, if you had turf on that total mound, you wouldn't. Yeah, you might still cover it. I don't know. We'll just, if they ever do put turf on that front part of the mound, I don't know if they'll have to cover it on a night like tonight or not. But we would have had to delay this game even without the dirt on the mound with the lightning and the heavier rains. So 0-1 on Mason Mallard. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Mallard tonight, 1 for 1. Laid down a drag bunt last time up. Walked in the first inning. 1-1 is our score here in the bottom of inning number 5. I sent a text out to those that are in the Remind system. The live stat feature is now back online. That was the live stat issue. That was not a TJC issue or whatever. They were not up and running all day. Our softball team's live stats did not work either early in the day. And that just popped over here within the last 15 minutes. So if you're watching the live stat part of it, you now can have all that information available as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of inning number 5. Ground ball foul right at the LSU dugout. As the Bengals, I believe, retreated to their bus. There's just not a lot of covered area in those dugouts. They have redone them, and they're in nice shape, but on a rain situation, there's not a lot of room in there for people. Pop up down the right side. Trosclair drifts over, makes the grab, 2 outs. F9, if you're scoring at the house. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th. And here's Jordan Trahan. Nobody aboard. Trahan struck out in the first inning, flew out to right, but did have an RBI, the Apaches' only RBI in the 3rd. Hit a ball deep to right center that Trosclair ran into the fence, making a nice play. But it was plenty deep enough to score Matt McCusack with the Apaches' only run. 0-1 pitch, low, 1-1. Appreciate all the feedback we've gotten tonight. I have heard from Jordan's mom, Miss Tina. So I appreciate hearing from her. And we've heard from the Busings and the Masatos. There's a fly ball to center. Should not be a problem for LaFleur, and he makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down for the Apaches in the 5th. We'll go to the top of the 6th. The score remains 1-1. We're back at baseball here in East Texas at Mike Carter Field. Back in a minute. Okay, so we got the new Apache pitcher now. It's Alex Masato. Masato, 6 foot and 215, the right-handed sophomore from Long Island, New York. So it's getting late in New York, almost 10 o'clock Eastern time. I hope the Masatos are still watching. Getting to watch Alex throw some tonight. On the season for Alex, this will be outing number 9 for the sophomore from New York. 0-0 with a .93 ERA, 9 2/3. 7 strikeouts, 3 walks for Alex. Opposing batters hitting 154 off the right-handed sophomore from Long Island, New York. So both coaches having to go to that bullpen after a delay of an hour and 15 minutes. Lightning and rain moved through the area. And with the turf now, minimal work on that field. How nice is that? And very quickly, the kids get warmed up in about 5, maybe 10 minutes max, and we are back at it. 4, 5, and 6. Line drive, left field. That's a line shot, and Mallard just does get his glove on it to prevent it from being extra bases. Nick Coombs, first pitch swing and drills it. 1B7 for 2 tonight. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. We're tied at 1. That was the 3rd hit of the night for the Bengals. Jonathan Groff gave up 1 run on just 2 hits in throwing 81 pitches. Masato working here in the top of the 6th inning, facing the first baseman, Turner Francis. Pickoff attempt, and runners back in time. Coombs over there at first base. Apaches were able to retreat to the locker room, which is a nice feature of the ballpark here. There's a walkway that takes the players straight from the dugout to the locker room. Of course, the Bengals got on the bus minutes and let that rain move through, and then they came back out and got warmed up, and we are playing some more baseball here. Thankful that we don't have any more delay. Most of the rain has moved to the east, and we should be good to go for the rest of the night. 0 chance tomorrow. It's supposed to be cloudy and 84 here. It did drop the temperature dramatically. We're now, there's a ground ball to short, and Wells can't handle it. That's going to be an error. That ball was a rocket off the bat of Turner Francis. E6, that's a ball Hunter usually makes. It's a play he's going to make most of the time. Getting the weather, the rain has dropped the temperature by 9 degrees, so it's 58 now. Game time temp was 67. And the Bengals are looking for some runs here. First and second, nobody out. See if they bunt Clavery here. Michael Clavery got hit by a pitch and grounded out to the pitcher. He's 0 for 1. First pitch to Clavery is going to miss outside, ball 1. Now you got the Bengal dugout getting energized here with 2 runners on and nobody aboard. Alex Masato has been called upon here to restart this ball game for the Apaches. 1-0 pitch. Big hack by Clavery. Just misses on a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. 2 Bengals aboard. Michael Clavery at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch in the dirt, and Ballou is able to smother it just enough to keep the runners at their spots. Well, the Bengals going with the number system here. Each of these players has a wristband with the number system on it. Coaches give 3 numbers, and they look down at the wristbands to see what the sign that was given from the third base coach. 2-1 pitch now. Line drive into left. Base hit, the runners will be held. Everyone moves up 90 feet. So a couple of hits and an error, and LSU-Eunice is looking to get something going here in the 6th. And Hunter Fiducia walked and popped up to second, 0 for 1 tonight. And he's got a chance here to give the Bengals the lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. Swing and a miss. First pitch swinging, and it's 0-1. Alex Masato snaps that ball down. He's ready to go here. We saw LSU-Eunice get out of this situation in the first inning. Strikeout, double play. Outside corner, perfect pitch by Alex. And it's 0-2. The Apaches got the bases loaded with nobody out in inning number 1. And starter Aaron Baldwin was able to strike out Trahan and get Methvin into a double play. Breaking pitch low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both teams have had their chances really throughout the ball game. The Bengals have left 5 aboard, 3 of them in scoring position. The Apaches left 5 aboard, 4 of them in scoring position. So that's a wild pitch. It's going to away from Ballou, and a run's going to come in. Breaking pitch had good bite to it. Austin Ballou could not block it. Ball got away from home plate. Again, a good sharp breaking ball by reliever Alex Masato. And everybody moves up a station. You hate to see that. That takes your double play out of order here. Coach Wren going to keep the middle guys back. Corner guys are even with the bags. Nobody out still here. Line shot. Line. That's going to score 2 runs as Hunter Fiducia, a stand-up double, and it's now 4-1. A 2-run double by Hunter Fiducia. Right inside the first base bag. And both runs score easily, especially after that wild pitch. And you got a right-hander thrown in the Apache bullpen. Austin Ballou out there to talk to Masato. And you might have two right-handers. You got at least one getting hot. Can't quite make the number out. It's kind of dark out, and they got the dark uniforms on. So anyone know who that is? Weston Smart is the right-hander in the Apache bullpen. So Masato has come on, and the Bengals have been ready to go. There's a bunt. Perfect spot. Masato picks it up. Nowhere to go with it. It's going to be a drag bunt for a hit for Trenton Trosclair. Fiducia hustled over to third on the bunt, so now you got runners in the corner, still nobody out. 3 runs are in. And now the Apaches are going to have to deal with that bunt defense once again. It was a 1-1 game, and just like that, Bengals strike quickly and averaging 12 runs a ball game. See that offense crank up in a hurry. The inning started with a single to left field by Coombs. Francis reached on an error by shortstop Hunter Wells, a single to left by Clavery, and a 2 RBI double by Fiducia. And the Bengals have 3 runs in the inning. Trenton Trosclair just laid down a perfect drag bunt at third base. And that's where we find ourselves. 5 batters have come to the plate. None have been retired so far. Pops it out of play. And I don't know what that hit. Didn't sound very good. Hit some kind of metal. Doesn't sound like a car. Do have a fireman's training center back to the right of the ballpark behind the parking lot, so it may have gotten in there. No outs, runners on the corners. 4-1 now. Bengals lead the Apaches. Pick off to first. Hustling back is Trosclair. Bengals got off that bus after the rain delay, ready to play. 4 hits in the inning. Runner going, throw to second. Not going to get there in time. And it's a stolen base for Trenton Trosclair. Well, Austin Ballou threw that ball from his knees. Actually didn't make a bad throw. And I think it was McCusack who picked that ball off the ground and rifled it over to third just in case the runner straight off that bag. Pitch missed outside. We're even at 2-2. Two runners in scoring position. Still nobody out here in the 6th inning. Fastball misses away, and now it's full at 3-2. Alex Masato has thrown 19 pitches. 20, excuse me. 11 strikes and 9 balls. Here's the payoff pitch. Line shot right field. Campbell's going to come in and take the liner, and is so shallow that the runners cannot advance. So it's an L9, well hit. That was Jansen Bork who hit that bullet to right field. Campbell chased it down, and it was just too shallow for Fiducia to score on the play. So now you got second and third, 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup we go. Zach LaFleur steps in for the Bengals. As we talked earlier, LaFleur, 475 hitter. He's got 42 RBIs. First pitch misses for ball 1. LaFleur has got 13 doubles. He's second on the team in that category. He's also got 6 home runs. Here comes the squeeze, and they miss it. So it's going to be an out on the runner who was coming on the suicide squeeze. Fiducia tagged out, and the runner at second, Trosclair, moves over to third. Fly ball, left field, and it's caught. The left fielder Mason Mallard came in and made a diving grab to save another run. So it'll go as an L7. LaFleur is out, and the inning is over. But the Bengals get 3 big runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Could have been worse. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Apache's got a little work to do here. They trail it 4-1. Bengals were able to tally 3 big runs in the top half of the 6th inning. They brought 7 batters to the plate. 4 hits and 1 error. And a botch squeeze, Nathan Methvin, 0 for 1 with a walk. Pops it up, straight up the chute. Center fielder LaFleur coming in and makes the catch for out number 1. F8. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Jace Campbell. And Campbell tonight 0 for 2. Flew out to center, popped up to second base. First pitch swinging. Third baseman Coombs up with it. Fires it across. There's 2 outs. Coombs got a good arm. Caught that ball and set his feet and rifled it across the infield. Here's Colton Whitehouse, 2 for 2 tonight. Double to center, single to right. Facing left-handed Nick Duthu. Duthu threw 14 pitches in his first inning of work back in the 5th inning. And the Lightning. One ball, 1 strike on Whitehouse. Swing and a miss. Ball had good movement east to west there. And Methvin ended up chasing the ball well off the plate. 1-2, 2 outs. Nobody aboard. Bottom of 6. Swing and a miss. He got him. Throw down to first. Plenty of time. And it's a clean inning. 3 up and 3 down for Nick Duthu. His first strikeout of the night. And for Apache batters, that's their 4th strikeout overall. We'll go to the top of inning number 7. 4-1. The Bengals lead it. Back in a minute. In the 7th, Weston Smart, 6'1", 175, right-handed sophomore from Hempstead, Texas. And for Weston, it's outing number 10 of the year. 2-0 with a 3.86 ERA. 18 2/3 innings for Weston. 21 strikeouts, 8 walks. The right-handed sophomore out of Hempstead. And his job will be to keep the where it's at to both coaches and have those pregame interviews for you. Doubleheader day at Mike Carter tomorrow. Supposed to be little toasty, 84 and overcast, so might be kind of a sticky one here after all this rain. A lot of times when it rains in East Texas, the dry cold front. Not this time though. It's supposed to be cloudy tomorrow. Watson is 1 for 2 tonight. Short swing and a miss, and it's strikeout number 1 for Weston Smart. For Apache pitchers, it's the 5th strikeout of the night. And there's 1 up and 1 down here in the 7th. Here's Oren Vion, 1. That ball missed outside. 1 ball, 1 out. Nobody about. I have never seen that happen here at Mike Carter. I've been coming out here for 24 years or so, and that bat came flying out of the hands of Oren Vion and went over the net. They're going to retrieve the bat. It went flying into the walkway past the LSU-Eunice dugout, over the net. That net, I don't know, is it 20 feet high? We got a 20-foot-high net that surrounds home plate here. Over that, and you couldn't see it because it went under. Going to try to run to first. Too late for that. The 6th strikeout of the night for the Apache pitchers. The 2nd inning for Weston Smart. Back-to-back strikeouts. Here's Nick Coombs. And the Bengal fans didn't like the call. And obviously the Bengal faithful didn't think so. There's a chopper foul. Quickly 0-2 on Nick Coombs. We noted some of the gaudy numbers that Coombs has put up earlier in the broadcast, but 374 so far. 17 doubles, 2 triples, 9 homers, 57 RBIs, and he just took a strike. Weston Smart just struck out the side. The Apaches with a little defensive momentum coming in for their half of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. And so it's time to get off that couch, get out of bed, get off the easy chair. The Apaches trail at 4-1. Put your rally cap on. Back in a minute. Welcome back to East Texas, deep in the heart of East Texas. 4-1, the Bengals over the Apaches. Catcher Austin Ballou will lead it off here in the bottom of inning number 7. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Apaches. Ballou, Pauly, and McCusack scheduled to come to home plate. They'll face the left-handed reliever Nick Duthu. First pitch misses, and it's 1-0 on Austin Ballou. Francis drifts over into foul territory, and he missed it. Wow, no wind at all for whatever reason. Ballou, a 200 hitter on the year, 8 out of 40. That ball's going to foul straight back off the net, and it's going to get stuck on the net. Like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Jared Pauly, Justin Roach, in the on-deck circle. Next pitch swung on and missed. Big strikeout right there. Second strikeout of the ball game for Nick Duthu. 5th strikeout overall for the Bengal pitchers. And here's pinch hitter Justin Roach. Justin Roach is going to appear in his 8th game of the year. Batting .333 on the season, 2 out of 6, 1 run, a double, and 1 RBI for Roach. Apache's trying to muster up some offense here. A trail 4-1 against a very good LSU-Eunice Bengal team, 35-1 coming into this weekend. First pitch in there for strike one. Well, tell you what, Coach Willis called it before the ball game. If you didn't hear our pregame interview, he talked about how this Bengal team has won ball games, and they have stayed on the script. They've gotten out of some jams, and they have maximized a couple of opportunities. And of course, right in the middle of that 6 Orca's hitters that are currently in the lineup will have seen him. I guess that's one of the advantages of coming in a game like this, especially if your team gives you a 3-run lead. These batters have not seen Duthu. This is the first time for Cusack to see him, and we're late in the game. A lot of times if you're seeing that starter for the second or third time through the lineup, you get a feel for his release point, you get a feel for his time of the 7th inning. That'll do it for the Apaches. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. We go to the 8th inning. Bengals still lead it 4-1. Weston will face 5, 6, and 7. Turner Francis leads it off. Francis, Claver, top of 8. First pitch in there for strike one. Well, the Astros, Wells, it's short. He'll pick it, throw it. 1 up and 1 down here in the 8th. So Francis now 0 on the night. Did score one of the runs. He reached on an arrow. His previous at bat scored one of those 3 runs in the 6th. So Francis is out ball. Quickly 0-2. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Weston Smart. He struck out 4 of the 5. Tucci is 1 for 2. Well hit center field, and that'll be a single. Justin Roach out in center. Barely caught up with that ball. That was smoked. 1B8. Here's Trenton Trosclair. Trosclair 1 for 3 tonight. Laid down a perfect drag bunt as part of that 3-run 6th inning. Stole second, stole third. First pitch to Trosclair, low, ball 1. Weston Smart, the perfect 7th. Got the first 2 batters out here in the 8th and just did give up his first hit of the night. For the Bengals, it's their 7th hit of the night. Perfect fastball. Look on that a little bit. iPad that's broadcasting this game, so I couldn't tell whether the runner took off or not. Pretty sure it was a wild pitch, so we'll put that on my score sheet. If the runner's going with the pitch there, it's a stolen base, but I don't think he took off until that ball hopped out of the reach of Austin Ballou. So now you got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. 2-1 count on Trenton Trosclair. Weston Smart with the 2-1 delivery. Popped it up. This should do it. Justin Roach calling everyone off in center, and he makes the running catch. Never a doubt there. Pop-up's a little bit here late. And the Apaches get out of the 8th with no runs scored. And we'll go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. 4-1, LSU-Eunice over Tyler. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field, bottom of the 8th inning. 4-1, the Bengals over the Apaches. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. The Apaches need some offense here. Put your rally caps on. Need some base runners. They're facing left-handed sophomore Nick Duthu. First pitch by Duthu misses for ball 2-0 on Hunter Wells. Wells 1 for 3 tonight, singled back in the first inning. Struck out, grounded out to short. Now he's going to step out and ask for time. It'll be Wells, Mallard, and Trahan scheduled to bat for the Apaches here in the 8th. Duthu came on in the 5th after the rain delay, and he's been in there ever since. Started this inning with just 33 pitches thrown, so he's probably got plenty of gas in the tank. Weston Smart has come on in relief for the Apaches, so that pitch is in there. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on. And the Apaches get what they need here to start the inning. Base runner. Well, right now, I'd appreciate some feedback. I've got a reason having occasional check swing. Did he go? Well inside, so it was off the plate. The only question was whether Mason offered at it. It was pretty close. Did not check it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Wells at first. Here's the pitch. Ball right field out of. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-2. All right, we're back, and I'm not sure what kind of issues we had, but apologize for the technical issues. We're back on board. The Apaches with a runner at first, and now 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Trahan just flew out to right. Fly ball, shallow right field. Troskler is going to come in, and now it's going to be the second baseman, Bork, that squeezes that one for out number 3. So the Apaches get a leadoff runner. They can't do anything with it. We'll go to the 9th, 4-1. Apologize for the technical issues. We're back online, so hope some of you can get back with us as the Apaches trail. It's not 12-9. It's 4-1, the scoreboard. I don't know, we had a little miscommunication on the scoreboard there. 4-1, Bengals over the Apaches. Back for the 9th inning. Welcome back for the 9th. Jansen Bork will lead it off for the Bengals. Apologize for the technical issues. I don't know, first time we've had any kind of glitch with the new iPad setup, but seem to be resolved for now. And Bork attempts to bunt that ball and pulls back. But it's called a strike, and I think it's 0-2. Weston Smart still pitching. There's a foul ball. And It's at least 1-2, and I think it's 0-2. Nobody on and nobody out. Top of the ninth. Ninth batter in the lineup for the Bengals, Jansen Bork. That ball got away from the catcher, Austin Ballou. Tonight, Bork is 1 for 3. Singleton scored in the 5th and has flown out to center and right. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here's the next pitch from Weston Smart up the middle. And McCusack slides, almost made a spectacular play, but not in time to get Bork. So it's an infield single, and the Bengals have their leadoff man aboard. Back to the top of the lineup we go, Zach LaFleur. LaFleur flew out to center, struck out twice, and lined out to left. 0 for 4 tonight. 4-1 LSU-Eunice. He's going to show bunt. Back to the mound. Smart fields it. Fires it over to Methvin for the first out. 1-3 on the sacrifice. Bork goes to second base. 1 out. Here's Will Watson. Glad you're able to rejoin us here. Sorry for the momentary technical issues. I'd like to blame it on the weather, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Ball, no strikes. Weston Smart steps off. Extended lead there for a moment by Jansen Bork. With 1 out, would not be a bad move to try to get Bork to third here on a steal. He's hopping off a second aggressively. That ball got away. It's a pass ball. And he does get over to third. Well, Austin Ballou had that ball go off his glove. And now you got the 5th run of the night, 90 feet away with only 1 out. You got to buckle down here. You're going to have to bring your infield in and cut this run off. Opens up all kinds of holes in the infield for Will Watson. Watson is 1 for 3. He's got an RBI tonight. Doubled in the first inning. Walked, grounded out to short. That's the at-bat that produced the RBI. He struck out swinging back in the 7th. We're in the top of the 9th. 4-1. Eunice over the Apaches. LSU-Eunice have the same school colors as the big club down in Baton Rouge. LSU Tigers, Division I four-year university, of course, have the gold and purple colors, and so do the Bengals at the LSU-Eunice campus. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the left fielder, Will Watson. Big at bat right here, trying to keep it right where it's at. Weston Smart has done a nice job in relief. Struck out 4 batters. He's not giving up any runs. Pop up down the left side, out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. Smart has given up 2 hits in 2 1/3 innings so far. Struck out 4 Bengals. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout number 5 for Weston Smart. 9th strikeout of the ball game. 4 Apache pitchers, and now Sherman's going to go out to the mound. Coach Sherman's going to jog out and maybe have a little chat. And we got a pinch hitter. Number 20 is going to bat for the Bengals. That'll be Mark Fontenot Jr., the sophomore outfielder from Oberlin, Louisiana. So Fontenot will get the pinch hit here after Oren Vion struck out 3 times tonight and walked. So left-handed batting pinch hitter Big at bat right here. As you got their best hitter in the on deck circuit, you'd like to leave them there. First pitch outside, ball 1. For Fontenot, see, he's his 30th game to appear in. Swing and a miss, pulled off of that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fontenot is a .397 hitter on the season. He's got 8 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 22 RBIs. So he has gotten his share of playing time this year. And he's done well with it. Almost a .400 hitter through the season. Again, this is going to be the 30th game that he's appeared in. Team's only played 36, so for all practical purposes, he's been an everyday player. Just did not get the start tonight. 2-1 pitch, and he hit him right between the 2 and the 0. Fontenot's going to play like it didn't hit. He started going down to first baseline, then he realized the run would have scored if he hadn't got hit. So he tried to play like it didn't hit him. It was just a wild pitch, and umpire saw it and called it right away. We're going to have a pinch runner. Number 30 is going to pinch run for Fontenot. So Coach Willis utilizing his bench here. Number 30 is going to be Gavin Bourgeois. Gavin Bourgeois is the pinch runner. Now you got Bengals on the corners, 2 outs in the 9th, and their best hitter at the plate. Nick Coombs steps in. Dangerous at bat right here for Weston Smart. Trying to keep the Apaches within 3 runs at 4-1. He gets ahead, snaps that ball back in his glove. And it's 0-1. So next pitch from Weston. Ground ball to short. This should do it. Wells is going to flip it over to second. And that's it. 6-4 ends the inning. Smart works around a leadoff hit. We'll go to the 9th. Time to put on your extra rally cap for the bottom of the 9th. The Apaches need 3 to tie, 4 to win. Stay with us. We'll be back with the bottom of the 9th in just a minute. All right, the new Bengal pitcher is Jacob Barton, 6'1" right-hander from Mangum, Louisiana. The sophomore is, for all practical purposes, the Bengal closer. This will be his 11th appearance of the year, 11 2/3. 18 strikeouts, 5 walks. Opposing batters hitting 184 off of Barton. He is 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA. 5 saves on the year. 11 2/3 inning pitched. He has not given up a run. Not an unearned run or an earned run. So Jacob Barton on to close this game. Save situation here for Barton. And he'll face the bottom part of the Apache lineup. Campbell, Whitehouse, and Ballou scheduled to come to home plate. Jace Campbell 0 for 3 tonight. Flew out to center, popped up to second, grounded out to third base. Back in the 6th inning. We're in the bottom of inning number 9. Hope you got your rally cap on. First pitch, and this guy's pumping some gas. That ball got to home plate in a hurry. Chase Campbell quite tardy on that pitch. Just misses low and away, 1-1. Well, one of the other things about Mr. Jacob Barton is that he's got a very awkward delivery. He goes right up with that front foot very quickly. Good hack right there. That was a better looking swing by Jace Campbell. He just missed a fastball, fouled it straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of 9. Breaking ball, fly ball right field. Trosclair over, makes the grab, 1 out. Well, stepping in now for the Apaches, left-handed batting Colton Whitehouse. Whitehouse 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a strikeout. And Barton pumping it in there. He's got that quick front leg kick, and takes you a moment probably as a hitter to get adjusted to that different type of delivery. That front foot jabs and then comes straight up. And fouled off quickly, 0-2 on Colton Whitehouse. Well, the 950 right on time here behind the field. Got the train going by us. Ball's going to miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. LSU-Eunice Bengals, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Tyler Apaches, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors. Off-speed pitch, Whitehouse chops it into the turf, and it goes fouled on the third base line out of play. And we'll stay at 1-2. Quite an adjustment. You can see why this is their closer. He's got a different delivery. He's very quick, and he's got a good arm. Another breaking ball. Good bite to it. Out in front of the plate, the catcher, Fiducia, hopped on that ball and rifled it down to first for the out. 2-3, and there's 2 up and 2 down in the 9th. You're going to get a pinch hitter for the Apaches, and it's going to be Tanner Arzt. So Arzt got a couple of hits in his last ball game. He got the DH for the Apaches. That 12-10 win against Bossier on Monday. So he'll get the pinch hit here in the 9th. 2 outs, first pitch swing, and he chops it. Just does go foul. Nick Coombs came in and tried to scoop it. And it was about 2 or 3 feet foul when he touched it. 0-1 on Tanner Arzt. Next pitch to Tanner, takes a good hack at a fastball and misses it, and it's 0-2. Arzt actually statistically has the highest average of all Apaches, 4 for 9 on the year, 444. Swing and a miss, and that'll be the ball game. Nice breaking pitch right there, and Arzt is down on strikes. And the Bengals take game 1 of the 3-game series, 4-1. And let's pull up the box scores. This was a tale of 2 games, really. Look at the box score may not tell us the whole story, as the difference was that the Bengals came out and scored 3 runs right after the rain delay. The Apaches went in order in the 5th. It was a 1-1 game up until the rain delay. And the Apaches went in their half of the 5th in order. And then in the 6th, both teams had to go to the bullpen. And Nick Duthu came on and threw in the 5th. He came out in the 8th. Evan Kissinger came on and threw the rest of the 8th, 2 outs in the 8th. And then Jacob Barton came on to get the save in the 9th. But 3 runs in that 6th inning was the difference tonight. Let's walk you through that inning. Coombs led the inning off with a single. And then an error by shortstop Hunter Wells allowed Francis to reach. Michael Clavery singled to left field. The bases were loaded. A double by Fiducia scored 2 runs. A drag bunt by Trosclair. And 3 runs came across that inning for the Bengals, and that was the difference. in the ball game. Other than that, it was a 1-1 game. Bengals come back to actually out-hit the Apaches 8-6. 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for the LSU Bengals. The Apaches 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Offensively for the Bengals, Hunter Fiduccio is the only guy that gets, well, no, Fiduccio gets 2 hits and Jason Bork gets 2 hits. Other than that, it was just single hits throughout the box score. For the Apaches, leadoff hitter Matt McCusick is 2 for 4 with a run scored, and Colton Whitehouse goes 2 for 4. More of a pitching and defense day tonight here at Mike Carter on a kind of a rainy, cool night as it ended up. Game time temperature was 67 degrees, and the temperature dropped by about 10 degrees after that rain moved through. So appreciate you staying with us through the technical difficulties, through the rain. And we'll be back on the air tomorrow at 12:45, 1 o'clock start, 7-9 doubleheader between these same 2 clubs. We had a good baseball game tonight. Anticipate some more good college baseball on the air tomorrow. So for Dr. Tim Drain, Chuck Smith, Kelsey Weeks, and the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, this is Dr. John Gross signing off from Mike Carter Field. The Apaches drop game 1, 4-1. See you tomorrow at 12:45. So long, everybody.